you not even know say hi. You just start to yourself and do some foolishness. Me could have opened the fridge and me did just stay in the fridge and me say, what we coming at the fridge for? Did it for like a whole 10 minutes and lock back the fridge?
Okay, but I do that normally though. So I don't understand. Hello everybody and welcome back to FiwiFewcents, the show where we talk about spliff, tea, and just like the general creative world. And here to talk about it with me is the host of Spliff and Tea podcast and many other things, Akela Sims, aka Afromuffin, aka Afroshun, aka
Oh God, aka Kim Neville.
Kemani Live. Oh, come on, man. But welcome to FiwiFewcents, Akela.
Thank you so very much for having me. I've been waiting.
Yep.
Yeah, you come through. Big up yourself.
You were, definitely the first person to make an Instagram post or story about it from season 1. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, look at that.
The support.
I'm famous now.
Oh my God.
So I'm now thanking you officially on record here on FiwiFewcents. Thank you for, the support up to this point and, thank you for showing up today.
You're welcome.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we have to introduce the guest. So we've just, summarized a little bit of what she's got going on. So here,
oh Lord,
Afromuffin attended the Edna Manley School of the Visual and Performing Arts. Right? She's a model, an actor, a dancer, and a singer. And of course, that's just the tip of the iceberg. And most recently, you've started a podcast.
My podcast by the name of Spliff and Tea.
Spliff and Tea. You get it now? You get the intro? The intro makes sense now?
Yeah,
It makes sense.
It makes 100%. You can find this across the entire musical platform. That's Spotify, AudioMac, Apple Podcast, Spreaker, etc. at Spliff and Tea Podcast.
Cool. All right, so we are going to go into some this or that.
Okay.
Some of them are ones that will some of them are ones that will disappear forever. You have to pick which one you want to keep. The other ones I will, explain.
Me used to that session here, that me used to this. It's hard. So
it's only one in it. Can't say, just piece it on in a little bit of next. All right, so here we go. Would you rather live by the beach or live in the mountains?
Live in the mountains because there's a river in the mountains.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Finally somebody
some
on my
inner
side
peace.
of things. Yeah, the mountains is what I would choose as well. All right, so here we go again. This is where it gets a little bit more tricky.
Okay, intense.
Acting or dancing?
Acting.
All right. I'm thinking like a hard time.
Acting up the wall of them in there. Like, what?
True.
That's true. You can get everything with acting.
Fair. All right. Here we go again. For the rest of your life, you can only rock one hairstyle. Keep your afro or do cornrows. The one hairstyle from now until you're dead. Cornrow, whatever we call it. Which one? For the rest of your life. Can't change it.
I mean, okay, can't change it. Just stay just like this. Cause trust me,
because you're going to tell me say if you sleep and wake up at now.
No. If me sleep and wake up just like this for the rest of my life, I'm good.
No, not that way. Not that way. That's the only hairstyle you're allowed to do. Like let's say like some spiritual something physically buying it only
not
do.
Not even dreadlocks, bro.
Not even dreadlocks.
It's just
one or the other.
Afro. I got tough it out. It will eventually turn dreadlocks. Yeah, if I just leave it just like that, sleep on it, wake up.
The spirits might need to be Afro sometimes. All right, so here we go now. Protege.
Wait, what about you?
Or me? Kinros. When I had hair.
Yeah, it was.
Me never enjoyed the constant comb out business.
Takes discipline.
When I know girl shoulder strong, me do that for a minute. I'm
don't
shoulder them a burn me. I miss a girl that do this for like half hour to 45 minutes, and there's no way that makes sense.
Strength, man.
So, Protege or Bob Marley?
I'm a millennial, so Protege.
But I could argue.
Okay, argue with me.
Bob.
That's true, but there is a Bob.
No proto.
Don't it?
Yeah, but you have to pick one. The other one disappears.
What kind of
That's
food?
remember me tell you, so I say it work, you know. The other one gone,
It's what
the
me
other
pick though.
option
It's
gone.
not what already
Oh no, me
exists.
not tell you say for change the answer. You pick proto, sure. Me like proto, cause me like proto a lot, but you know, would I pick Bob?
Okay, protege for me.
Fair, fair.
Fair.
All right.
Mhm.
This probably are gonna be easier, so come probably overthink it. Spliff or your tea? Your spliff or your tea? It's a callback,
Spliff.
guys. It's a callback.
One
Okay.
spliff a day keep the evil away, as
That
them
them say?
say. Yeah, man. I just the tea leave the gas.
Um,
So.
so the evil gone, but the guests are gonna stay.
Yeah, me
One
choose the
spliff a
spliff.
day keeps the evil away, but you're gonna gassy
Yeah,
every day.
every day.
All right, fair, fair. All right, so might as well start from there though. So
Mhm.
it is assumed that most creatives, you know, partake
In the
in the
marijuana. In
marijuana,
the
the
marijuana.
marijuana,
The
in the
marijuana.
marijuana, right? And
Yeah.
I am here to say I have never done. I've no, no wait. Let me not. I've
Too
never
quick.
smoked marijuana.
You drink
I've
it.
done edible drink. No, I almost did one time. But I've done edibles one time, but it gives me a headache. So clearly it's not for me. So
Edibles aren't
marijuana.
for anybody, darling.
Goodbye marijuana. I'll be the creative. I'll be the Jamaican. There's those two that doesn't participate in the use
Guys,
of
for
marijuana.
anybody who watch this right now and you are a marijuana smoker, you'll understand that edibles aren't just, they're not the road to be on. Because I am a marijuana
Yes.
smoker,
Mm-hmm.
and I would not make you try edibles for your first or any experience at all. Try not marijuana.
I
No.
had one single decent edible story or edible experience. Every
Let
other
me
one
fear
after
that.
that is a headache. So this is honestly, every time
It's
me
true.
eat
That's
edibles,
why you
my
don't
headache
do
miss.
it. You
Which is
don't
like
do
3 times,
that.
by the way. Not. It's not like I'm doing it like all the time. I've done like 3 times, including the 3 times, four. That's it, four.
See,
One
four.
abroad, three a yard.
Me? Mm.
So this was 2018 when I was in Vassar in New York, and somehow
Uh-huh.
the local at Vassar, the local what you call them, hippie
Dispensary?
in quotes.
Okay.
You know the you know the guy who does
Who sell the
drugs.
weed or
Yeah.
drugs?
So
Yeah, I know.
we were going to a show and it's a musical. You like musicals?
Sometimes.
I don't like musicals.
Nah, too much
I
singing.
don't like musicals.
Too much
Shut
singing.
up.
And
Stop
just
the
act.
singing. Yeah, act. Just stop the noise, please.
It's too much.
Yeah, so at Vassar, I would, if I should put a number on it, I would say we watched like 50 to, yeah, like about 50 shows over the course of the summer. And 80% of them was musicals, all right?
Gosh, feel
And
sorry for
then,
you.
thanks, I appreciate it. It's good. It makes me feel a little bit better.
Okay.
So one of the shows we had to watch, of course, was a musical, and they told us that this one is kind of long. So they kind of said early dinner, go down to this the auditorium, get seated, yada yada yada. They're gonna be there a while. Fine, sure. So the guy now comes to me and he says, I can't sit through another musical, and he goes like, he said, I got some edibles from Brooklyn. Do you want one? And I'm like, no, not really. No. At first, I was like,
Okay. Yeah, man. Good youth.
not for me. I don't want to do it. But then, you know, it clicked. At this point, I've sat through like 30 plus musicals, and they've all been dreadful. I enjoyed like one. And I was like, oh my God, sure, fine, yeah, whatever. It's on Do Not Disturb. I don't know how that got through. Yeah, so I said fine. So he says, all right, cool. And he like breaks it, right? And he gives me half. I'm like, why are you giving me half? Up till this point, I've known that my tolerance for the drugs, which is like alcohol, that's all I had taken up
Is
until that point.
high.
He's like, hi.
It's
Right? So I'm like, why are you giving me half? Like, this don't make sense. Right? So he gave me the half. We went to the show. We walked to the show. I felt nothing. I sat in the auditorium, felt nothing. Sat through the entire show, felt nothing. left the show, walked back to the house or the dorm. A cuss, like full on cuss. Oh, it waste my time. Guess me up, bo, edibles this, edibles that. And so I've sat down in the piano room because at this school, like every room has a piano in it, and I'm obsessed with the piano. I love classical music. I love playing piano, even though I can't yet. I love like doing
You
what
can
I
only
can.
dream.
Yeah. So I was in there playing, and I remember like this is all I remember, right? This is like maybe like after 11, after 12. I remember looking through the window, and then I saw one window. I saw people coming, and then I saw
Through the window.
about 100 windows. You know that multiplying effect where it just goes boom.
Trust me, I understand. I understand.
It just I was looking and it just went boom. And then it came back and it went boom. And then the people were just there and I was like,
what the hell is happening?
What is this? And then I drop asleep.
Okay.
I wake up back like 3 a.m. lay down on the ground in the piano room. And then just get up and go upstairs. That was it. That's it. It's kind of anticlimactic. I'm sorry if it was. That's my edible story.
Fascinating story. So
really, don't gas me.
So I can take it that you didn't have fun. You didn't have fun, right?
No, I didn't like get the full edibles experience that I've seen or heard about. I just got the warp effect
nice
and then sleep.
edible
I've heard stories that edibles are nice.
Edibles aren't.
Oh.
I've never had a good edible experience. When I get the high, it's like way up there and I can't come back down. The next day, wake up back, I'm still have that effect of the edible. It's not good at all. But
still have the way up there.
The high effect.
Okay. So now that most people
there's
enjoy.
Headaches. No.
Oh, you mean like the hangover? I don't know if it applies to edibles, but like the after experience. It's like after you get the high and then you get the headaches and
the thing with marijuana now. If you smoke it, hello. The thing with Sensei, I'm gonna change the name for you. The thing with Sensei now, when you smoke it, it takes you through Sensimania.
Oh my God. That's what they were talking about this whole time?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Jesus.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's okay. It's okay. You're pretty
That's embarrassing.
New to this whole thing. But with smoking Sensimania now, it takes you on different levels. So first you have level 1, and you can get that off of like 2 to 3 puffs based on the type of strain that you're smoking, and then it goes up to level 2, level 3. You have more control.
So what happens at each level?
The high goes up, and it all depends on the strain because there's different strains for different feelings. You can literally go to a dispensary and you tell them, I want to feel passionate, I want to feel joyful, I want to feel calm, literally.
Is it that?
And based on how you want to feel, they'll give you a strain of indica, which will make you sleep. Sativa, more energetic. So it depends on what you want. And you can stop whenever, and then it just goes back down. With edibles now, I don't know. You never know the right THC content of it. So it just, it now take time climb. It just shoot you up there. You not even know say hi. You just start to yourself and do some foolishness. Me could have opened the fridge and I did just stare in the fridge and I say, what am I coming out the fridge for? Did it for like a whole 10 minutes and lock back the fridge?
Okay, but I do that normally though. So I don't understand.
Oh God! Probably
I will leave. Probably. Oh, maybe that's why it gives me a headache because I'm always on the edible high. So when I try to add more to it, it doesn't work.
You sure them now use some weed?
No. But look, but seriously, I will leave my room, right? I will leave my room, enter the kitchen, stop in the middle of the hall between, the living room and the kitchen and just like, why? Why did I... Huh?
See, and they say that weed gives you short-term memory loss and people already have these things in their real life. Come on.
Is that it? Or am I just easily distracted? Who knows?
I mean, I understand.
Let's not call down short-term memory loss on myself, even though I might, because I don't remember anything past... Yeah, I might.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Continuing though.
Yeah.
As it relates to...
So marijuana
As
has levels, and you can stop whenever you come down. Edibles is just 0 to 100, and you stay at 100 until like a day later.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But as it relates to creatives now that you were talking about before, creatives normally mix and mingle with marijuana. I mean, it is a stereotype, yes.
It is, yeah.
But
because we don't all do it.
for the
I don't do it.
majority, I would think
Would I
that
go
is
as far
true.
as I would go to half. I wouldn't go to majority. Respectfully, because I've no I no not I've known, they're not gone or dead. Apologies. I know not it's it goes without saying I'm a creative, and it's it's if you're not networking, it's not working.
Yeah.
And I network, and I know a lot of people, and about half of them participate in marijuana. The other half are like me in terms of they don't. So I would say half.
And
But,
when you say creatives, you're talking about musicians,
actors, dancers,
management, all across the board.
yeah.
About half.
Painters, the whole works, poets.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because sometimes people smoke recreationally and they don't let other people know about it, because remember that it has a negative stigma.
Also,
so who am I to promote smoking if I'm not proud of it?
I don't think it does anymore.
It does.
No.
Me there for talk. People, me, look at me. First of all, I'm a female, and a female that
couldn't
smokes
tell, but,
couldn't tell, right? I'm doing a good job hiding
it.
Yeah. So for a female that smokes marijuana, I don't know. I've received a lot of hate from that, especially from family members. I grew up in a Seventh-day Adventist home. So
you were talking about that on episode 2.
Episode 2 of my Spliff and Tea podcast. Listen, I didn't lie about smoking marijuana. If you just don't find out, then listen to me, no man. If you just don't find out, then that's on you. But when you do find out, then surprise. And that's what my parents got. And trust me, it was so dramatic. Mother nearly faint. She said, "Oh God, Cara, you kill me." Cara is my nickname.
See, many names.
Kill me. Many names. So come on. Them say, "Oh, you smoke now. What is it? Prostitution next?" And all these are very.
How do you
go from smoking to prostitution? Right? It is crazy. My household is very, very crazy. So I understand if persons wouldn't want to promote smoking. But what influenced me into smoking marijuana is from the creative field. The first time I ever...
So parents, protect your kids. You're going to smoke marijuana.
Parents
they become creative.
know
don't do that.
You can't
don't do that.
Control your kids, technically. And if they do go down that path, please do not blame yourself, because my mommy loves to blame herself. She's like, you grow up in a Seventh-day Adventist home and you come to do this? And I'm like, it is not on you. You don't hold... Whenever you hold a spliff on my mouth and say, yo, smoke this. So, yeah, but to my story time now.
Yeah. Like what your best? Is this your best?
The
first. All right, give me your first, your best, and your worst. Marijuana story.
Marijuana, okay.
First, remember, listen to the order. First, best, and worst.
So I started smoking when I was 18, on my 18th birthday to be specific. I couldn't roll a spliff or nothing. I was on campus, on the hall to be specific, at Edna Money College, and I begged somebody to roll it for me. And not even me go to my way and say, "Oh, I want to try marijuana." No. They're like, "Oh, on your birthday, come, try a spliff." And I'm like, okay.
So you were peer pressured into marijuana?
I mean, I did not say no. So it wasn't a pressuring situation. It was more of a curious moment and adventurous, because I am an adventurous person.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to take few draw. Honestly, I wasn't even smoking it properly. I was basically, what you call this now? Suck it in, swallow the smoke, let it out back, and that's not how you do it. But I eventually took a few more puffs, and I swear to Jesus on the cross, but take him off, and I said, Lord, I will not touch marijuana again. Lord, I am so sorry. Me start ball. Kimani, me start to through the ground. You start see 100 mirrors. Me I look down and me I see through the ground. The ground was glass, and me just I say a continuation of an endless ground. Me couldn't even describe it, but it was an experience. I actually have a few videos from that moment, and me cry, and that's just me not used to that high experience, and I was freaking out.
That's a popular one though. The freak out and crying. I've heard about that being like the result of like the first marijuana experience. Like fully ball. I remember getting one time I got a text. Kimani, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
No.
I sent one of those before.
Right, like the person's like, no. It's like I'm dying. I don't feel good. I'm gonna die. So help. Yeah. And then to all my friends and colleagues, I do apologize. I'm not gonna stop, but I'll apologize now. I don't take things very seriously. So if you just come straight out again, oh, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna be like, oh well, bye, or some that dark. But just like I'm not going to take it 100% seriously from the get go, because I don't take things 100% seriously. The people around me know that, so I don't expect them to come to me like 100% seriously from the get go. Like ease me into, like bring me into reality. Like, okay, I'm gonna die. So that was one. The second one was a voice note that consisted of a lot of screaming, a lot of screaming, and then right, and every now and then it chips into, I don't feel good, I might die. If I die, that person was a lot less cynical about their situation, but it was the same response. It's like, no, this isn't, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Let's not do this again.
Yeah.
And then they swore, they did what you did. I don't know, why not drag down Jesus? After them go up there for save way. They swear on everything that they're never gonna do it again. And it's this and it's that.
And then
and
something
went
happened
right back.
where drop
they went right back. Yeah, draw for the marijuana.
Ah.
But yeah, so that was your first experience. Now give me best, and then give me worst. Or worst first, or best. First, and best. Which one first?
We are like confusing though.
No, whichever one first.
Best. I'll go for my best.
So best first.
Nah. Oh, it's my best experience. Best for last. Can I even remember? Okay, I'll go for worst.
All right, let's hear worst.
Oh wow, it was my first 420 celebration, and that is like National Weed Day. It's April 20. Yeah, that's how they call it. 420. Yeah, man. And my friend and I, her name is Pluto. Big up yourself, Pluto.
Oh, Pluto.
We decided that we were going to go to all the different dispensaries that was keeping something.
So Pluto, we did too. Jesus.
Yeah, you may go call you out, Pluto. I mean, when she's ready. She's not how we did though.
Okay, yeah, she's not how we did.
Yeah. Why that sound like a bad thing?
No. Wait, no, but just I say, yeah, clarify. So
I'm
reiterate.
just pulling your leg.
Oh, good.
So our first stop was Oja Life Herb House. That's in Barbican. I was supposed to do a dub poem there. That was like they're pretty new. I met them at their launch, did a whole weed dub poem for them, and they wanted me to perform again. And I went there. Long story short, I got there late. Pluto fault. Wasn't mine. And when we got there, I missed my performance. That never happened to me yet. I was so disappointed. But they made me try this shrimp weed taco. It was shrimp taco with mango curry sauce and the the marijuana was in that mango curry sauce. And they wanted us to go and try it in front of the camera. It was alive. And I'm like, okay, I get to do something for Oja, no problem. And the chef was there. They showed the cooking process and everything. And it was time for us to taste it. And we did it on the live, And me love shrimp. I love seafood. And we did it and we take time bite the taco. And I say, yes, people, this nice. So eat tough and we look at 10 finger them. And we say, chef, come here, chef. We're going to need our next taco. And the chef, him just give it a look. And he said, no.
No, yeah. Like,
And
relax.
me and Chanali did that thing. So wait, Pluto is Chanali. And I said, wait, chef, why you being so mean? We just want one more at the shrimp taco. It was really good. And me at the time, not even remember say it was a whole edible.
Mm-hmm.
So the same situation like where him give half and make a bill on the half, a gummy
like
there or whatever.
Chill.
I was very adamant in wanting another shrimp taco. I didn't get it though, but as soon as I left Oja Life to go to Kaya, that's another dispensary, I'm gone. I was floating in the streets of Halfway Tree, moving slow as hell. I was the slowest person walking, and I feel like everybody could feel and see that I'm walking slow. I was all in my head. I went to Kaya. The high was so far. I wanted to come back down. I wash off my face. I wash off my makeup. Me and Channeline in the bathroom. I cried to myself. I said, I want to come back down from this high. 420 just start. We not reach Epicon yet. We not reach nowhere yet. And we just had to go home. We went home and we sleep and we wake up back and we're still high. It was terrible. It was the worst marijuana experience ever.
Just because you stayed high for like an extended period of time.
And some people would like, oh, I want that. Let me tell you, edibles are for long-term stoners, if that makes sense. If you've been smoking for a while, I talk about like 40 odd years, them big man, they will smoke long time, and they don't get the high that they used to get. They will eat an edible because they have a higher tolerance for that. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So what are your best now?
I don't have a specific best, to be honest.
Oh.
I guess every day.
Oh.
Every day is my best.
So you're high right now?
Nah. Nah. I mean, the heat off the road, that kind of put me in all consciousness right now. I am not. But we just takes a load off my shoulders. It makes me sit back, breathe, and relax and really enjoy that moment. If I've been stressing out myself over something and I just burn one spliff or even half of it, I just start laughing and I'm like, bro, chill. Why you even not kill up yourself over this? So it just brings me a form of felicity, a form of happiness, and getting that every day is my best.
So how does it relate back to like your creative work? Or is it just for the... No, but earlier you had said the creatives that do it usually do it for, the sake of their creative work. So like you specifically, how does it like?
Well, I can't speak for every creative, but when I'm smoking marijuana, I don't know why, you're not tired to correct me. Autocorrect? That we're going to start time now. Autocorrect. But it makes me more curious. It makes me more open because I do admit a marijuana turned me in a bright girl. It's serious because while I was going to school, and I'm speaking of high school, while I was going to school, yes, come to school for learn, and we have to do this, and we have to study this, and I was just doing it for doing its sake, and just basically regurgitate everything I needed and write it for one test. And entering college, it started off that same way, but when I was introduced to marijuana, it really made me curious to understand things I don't understand, and it made me knowledge hungry. So that's an advantage that the creatives do get. Two, it just,
So
what can I say? So it says some. That's some.
doesn't matter to me get my
No, that's true. Inspiration is everywhere, including marijuana.
just, you know,
So that's my few cents.
oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah, so well, I don't do it. Lots of other creatives do it. Though there are a lot of people who get benefits from it. Yeah. So earlier this year, earlier this year, I was tasked with a project to write, direct. I ended up filming most of it as well. I featured in it, you know, just because, why not? So it was a good ganja sense. I don't really want to call it an ad. It's like a PSA type thing. So we had a song, we had a video and everything. So it's basically advocating for the other side of marijuana. So they're not saying don't use marijuana, because that was one of the notes I got in the production meeting. We're not saying it's not a say no to drugs ad. It's a there are other things to do with it. For example, you mentioned Epican and all the other dispensaries. They are, you know, making the product that you said some of them help you sleep, others, you know, give you energy, yada yada, all them things.
Yeah.
So in the ad, I pretty much learned in that project and video, I pretty much learned that I learned about the three main non-recreational uses is medicinal, business related, and agricultural.
Okay.
So I think Jamaica, that's why I had said it's not real. When you had said that it's looked at in a bad way, I had said not really, because I had that experience where
That's
the government and other entities are now trying to incorporate it more. They were always doing it, but yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know how long they were doing it. I didn't do any.
Remember that marijuana was illegal. As much as Jamaica is known for it, and trust me, we could be making so much money off this item. I mean,
yeah, that's the direction where they're going now.
Yeah.
It's agricultural, business related, and medicinal. It's good for your eyes. It's what we're known for. You go anywhere, they're like, "Oh, you're from Jamaica, weed and Bob Marley.
Yeah.
You smoke weed and you Bob Marley, yeah."
And this is coming into our culture, touching into culture, because
so I do think, you know, it's about time.
It's about time.
We actually stop looking at it like, oh, this weed is bad.
And I hate that, because people are celebrating our culture for us. We aren't really appreciating our culture. Even with, they mentioned Bob Marley and the dreadlocks, Rastafarianism. These are the things that our own citizens fight against.
Oh, and the whole would barefoot and sell coconut.
Jelly. Jelly coconut. Yeah.
And we're back. We experienced a bit of technical difficulties, but, you know, we're back. Hi, hello. So we were talking about what our, you know, we're talking about our culture and what, you know, what we're known for in like the global space, which is Bob Marley, marijuana, walking barefoot to a coconut stands and selling jelly.
Coconut jelly.
Yeah. Usain Bolt, you know, the things that when you hear Jamaica, you're like, oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man.
Jamaica, Wagwan.
Wagwan. Yes. So pretty much that. So
our culture, our language, our food, the people, everything.
So right now it's at a point where we're finally acknowledging these things and like trying to make something of them. If that makes sense.
Our authenticity,
right?
What makes us Jamaicans, and finally own that.
But that what makes us Jamaicans is
what makes us Jamaican?
That's it. That's reason why I repeated it, because I don't think I could answer that. It's like a number of things makes us Jamaican. Remember that we are just like a collective of like various
people. So
people
it's a
and
melting pot.
yeah, it's
of
just like what's it called? What's it called?
Out
Pepper
of
pot.
pepper pot.
Yeah, we learned that in history in grade 9.
Yeah.
So it was
Pepper
just like
pot.
one bag of things in the pot, and
Just
straight
stir
on.
it up
That's
and
Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Jamaica is the pepper pot of the, yeah. Honestly, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Just like all these various things, just chuck them in there, mix it
And
on,
it's
and dish it out on plate.
definitely it's definitely
Jamaica.
more than just geographical location.
Oh no, of course not. Oh, of course not.
Because I was watching a video yesterday and there was this guy saying, okay, what makes us Jamaican? Is it because we're born a Jamaican makes us a Jamaican? And they're like, no. Because if a cow born in a pig pen, that makes the cow a pig?
Kind of. No,
it doesn't. Kinda. So it's more than just the location. It's the stories that we tell. It's how we tell it. It's how we live every day that makes us Jamaican. Or this a go wipe places now.
Yeah,
but what makes you Jamaican? Mention that in the comments below.
Look at that. But yeah, okay, thank you. See, that's good. What it is to you that what is the, I don't want to say defining factor. I don't want to make it too serious. Just mention these things that make you, Jamaican, right? It's like, your jelly stand, if yours is big, if your paint here is blue. I don't know, just, tell us.
Elaborate.
Yeah. So, whether we like it or not, marijuana is a part of
our culture.
And the Good Ganja Sense thing, that's the title, that's the overarching title. Good Ganja Sense is what it was called, the project that I worked on. That had taught me, because so I don't smoke marijuana for any bad reason. It's not like marijuana is bad, I'm not marijuana.
It's just not for you.
Correction, sorry, marijuana. I don't not participate in it because it has a negative connotation to it, or when you hear it, you're like, people smoke or this or that. No, I just don't want to.
It's not your cup of tea.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea, right? So, so when I took on that project, it was good sitting in these meetings and doing all my research and stuff to look into it and learn all these things.
The benefits.
All the benefits outside of getting high and like potentially being good at math or some of the, because we had to research
of course,
some myths about it. And one of them was like, it makes you good at math. I'm like, oh yeah, that might be why I take it.
I mean, it probably works with somebody, probably because they made them concentrate more.
Maybe who knows? Yeah. Who knows? So, but like on a general sense, like I said, there is the medicinal purposes. It helps with the eyes. It helps with the heart for some people. There's the business purposes. Epican, all the other dispensaries making all, they are the in town at least. I don't know about country and elsewhere. And of course, the Rasta man, them, the Afrocentric people, the people who, have them like a quiet farm, the back of them yard, and make them make a thing and them squeeze out the little piece, from a little corner shop, wherever, or, everywhere. Everybody, they have seen the business part of it, and they're now investing in the business part of it.
That's what I want to go in.
And then,
I want to have my own Afromuffin strain of weed. Don't play with me.
So, like, what is the... Wait, let me just mention that the last category or the last industry, is agriculture. Of course, it's not like you make it in a factory. You have to plant it first.
You have to plant it.
Right? So there's that end. I mean, the two are linked. Business and agricultural are linked because you need one so that the other one can make sense. And then after all of that, then the medicinal, export it, or we ourselves use it.
The consumers.
And export it, yeah. And then give it to the whomever needs it for whatever purpose. So yeah, the Afromuffin strain.
The
Afromuffin. The Afromuffin strain of marijuana. So what are the desired effects?
The desired effects.
Of
there we go.
That strain.
It's definitely how I want to feel most of the time, or feel. I want others to experience that. So definitely passionate, definitely really active, and just makes you laugh a lot. Yeah.
I mean,
Release some stress, man, and laugh off of everything.
if you just want to always laugh, you can just get the Kemani strain in your
The-
life.
I mean, that's more on the serious side.
What do you mean?
You mean? You mean?
Just in small doses.
Okay. You're gonna have a piece of that. 1 minute you just laugh just like this, and the next minute, that's the Kimani effect. Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So wait, before you said passion. Like I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like like you have dopamine and you have the only word I know is dopamine.
Mm-hmm.
You have you have these various chemical reactions that the body has that provides a specific feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So is there, I don't know, a feeling for, is there like a chemical for passion? Because
Yeah, I don't.
saying that the strain would,
I must admit, I do
provide.
not understand all the technicalities of.
Okay.
The most me ever do is work on a ganja farm in Mobe, and my part of that process was picking, drying, and cutting, trimming. But for me, literally sit down and create all of that good stuff, no, I've never been in that part of the field, so I
Well,
don't know how to
the more
explain
you
it
look
to you.
into it, I
But
guess.
it makes sense.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Definitely.
So, okay. So, just general feel good weed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. That's nice. When it opens,
Mm-hmm.
I will promote it.
Yeah, you better test it out right
I
here.
don't know about
Invite
that
me
part.
back. No worry, second hand. I'll just.
What?
Oh, you think?
That's
Why you
unsanitary.
Why you think my cat is so attached to me?
Oh yeah, me don't go. I'm not like cats, so. Ugh.
Cat,
Why?
any
Yeah.
animal,
Oh my
they
God.
love to inhale.
Do we have an
the
animal
conscious. No, it's
protection
not
program here
me.
in Jamaica?
It's not. Disclaimer.
Call America. Call PETA.
Disclaimer. I did not say shh.
This is
and
animal abuse.
in my face.
This is. I don't like cats, but for this case, I will advocate for the cats.
Why you advocate for the cats? Say?
The cats have 9 lives already. Why should they be high as well? Why are you blowing a cat face?
I did not.
You're drugging cats.
No.
I defend.
The place was being hot boxed, and my cat was inhaling all that smoke.
I'll promote it. I don't think I'm. If I've made it, okay. So here I've made it through high school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on my final year in university.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the creative space.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to a creative space abroad where there were marijuana people who partake of marijuana, and I've gone through all of those, and I haven't yet. So I'd like to think that if I haven't by now,
then you won't.
I probably won't. I've passed the stage of my life where I'm like, oh my God, let me try these weird, wild things.
That's so boring.
And I've lived in Jamaica for
You're lame,
20 enough late.
You're
I
lame.
mean, because I don't want to see this now.
A creative always
this
explore.
is peer pressure. You say no to marijuana, and it's you're lame, Kelly.
Listen,
you're lame.
Don't take up something where you can't manage. I'm not telling you to smoke marijuana.
I'm not saying that I'm not going to do things.
Be
I'm
open
saying I'm not
and
going to
expressive.
participate in marijuana.
Good for you.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So if you don't want to participate in marijuana,
you're
not lame. Just do your thing, man.
You see, twist my words now.
I'm twisting your words?
If he's twisting my words,
I'm
comment.
not twisting.
You're twisting our words.
How?
Comment that. How? Because you say you're past that age where you're like, oh, I want to do this, or oh, I want to do that.
I'm
so
past the age of where I would be influenced into smoking marijuana, I guess. Okay. All these, this is, okay, there are people who start in their 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s in the grave and them just light one up with the rest of the dead people. Mm-hmm. But around the high school to university to creative space, you are exposed to these things. And I've been through that and I escaped it. So I would like to think that, I cannot be convinced. Okay, all right, sorry.
All right, yeah.
Sorry, not escaped. I've managed to pass it and not engage in it. Yeah, so if it's for you, do your thing legally, of course. Don't get in trouble, cause there's gonna be this
This is
whole
not for
thing.
kids.
Yeah, that as well.
Okay.
But is there an age thing on it? What is the deal with it now? Is it just to clarify before we wrap up? Is it decriminalized? Is it legal? Is it illegal?
You
Is this like
only should
I heard
have
like 2 ounce?
2 ounce on you. Yeah.
And you can have up to how many plants in a yard?
Eh,
That was a thing, right?
yeah,
You
that
can
was
have
a
up
thing.
to
I
is it
don't know.
2 or 3 or 4? I don't know. I planted
Probably
one
3.
like last year or the year before. It didn't live
It's
very long.
because Jamaicans are going to do
Unfortunately.
whatever they want to do.
There's that as well, yeah.
So it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. So, fret not, my people. We as in a nation, are looking into the other uses of it. So of course, over time, it will begin to not be looked at in a bad light. You can Google the Good Ganja Sense project and read up. It's a whole thing. I'm not sure if it's still running or if it's completed. My work in it is done, which is the production and you produce the video, direct, you write the whole thing. That's me right up, by the way. So do your research. That's what we're always gonna say. Do your research. Know what's good. If you're doing it already, good on you. If you're not, and you're going to remember her first experience story.
Smoke weed and get your job done. Yeah.
If you don't want to, don't be pressured. But yeah, so this ended up being a marijuana episode. I realized.
That's what you get when you bring Afromuffin on the show, you can't help it. Not my fault. See who was there?
True.
It was nice talking to you, though.
Yeah. It was nice talking to you as well. I learned more things, I guess. About marijuana. Oh, I learned what is it? Sensimilla.
Hey, I'm clapping.
I've always heard it. Protege sing me. We don't want a protege song. Yeah. Some other people's song. I'm like, what the hell is that? Me think it like one of them could seed something with them or mix or tea. I didn't know it was like weed. My correct. I learned something. You learn something every day, right? Yeah. So you can find her at
Afromuffin
on Instagram.
AFROMUFFINN. On Instagram, Facebook. I don't really use Facebook, but YouTube, all platforms.
Music on the way, yes.
Music is on the way.
Because I've been waiting.
I've been waiting. To people their music.
This is months in the making. From you just say, do it. I'm like, okay. Music on the way.
I've been doing music, but the business side of it, I don't want to rush because you have to get your things started out as it relates to copyrights, all of that. If you don't understand the business side of the music, it's best not to rush it.
True. Because you will get robbed.
Yeah, I've made a lot of music demos, but as it relates to issues with producers, it's all over the place.
All right. Yeah. So music in the mid to near future. Music at some point.
At some point.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Only because it's music related, before we fully close, your intro to the Spliff and Tea podcast stuck in my head.
Okay.
Like me just walk around the house and me and my business.
Hey. Who is this?
It's stuck in my head, like,
me and my business. Well, I vibe with a big spliff, yeah. Duh, just like that. Hey, me and my business.
Can close it there.
Who is this? Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Me and my
this is
business.
The end of FiwiFewcents. We're going to close
well,
it here.
Vibe with a big
I've been your host,
spliff,
Kemani.
yeah.
This has been our guest, Afromuffin.
Yeah.
And this is FiwiFewcents. I will see you guys next week. Bye. Remember to subscribe.
Well, I vibe with a big spliff. We're out.